Alrighty, Cece.
I'm here.
Alrighty, Manor. She has an excused absence. Kadai.
Hello.
All right, JJ. JJ.
She should
That
be
is a
coming.
no. She's not coming?
She should be coming because we're presenting something. I'll text her.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna mark her as partially absent in that case. Nathan.
Here.
Talal. Did Talal, he's not one of the ones? All right, so Talal is an unexcused. Megan, you're here. Beta is excused. Supa, I believe, was also excused. Man, lots of junior class councils exams right now. Grace.
Hi.
Angela. Angela. Alrighty. Anthony. Yeah, Anthony's here. Talia.
Here.
Thank you. Mariano has an excused absence. I'm going to give it a partial absence because he'll be coming in later. Chinette is an unexcused absent, unless he came in 2 seconds. Karen.
Hello.
Alrighty, Obi.
Here.
And Eric. All right, Eric has an excused absence, so we're fine. Alrighty, so we have met quorum for today.
Awesome. Okay, guys, welcome to SGA GBM number 7. Could I get a motion to start the meeting?
Motion start the meeting.
Second. Seconded. Okay, all in favor of starting the meeting, please go to the participants tab and hit the yes. If you're against that, hit the no. If you are abstaining, you can just hit the away button on your little tab. And I'll just go through the rules really quickly. Okay, so 11 have said yes, so we are now in meeting. I'll just go over the rules really quickly in case the freshmen are confused. When we vote on things, you're gonna go to the participants tab and hit the yes or the X button, which will tell me like how you guys are voting. Also, Brianna, Talal just entered the meeting so you can mark him present.
All right.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna try to get through this meeting really quickly because I know we all want to watch the presidential debate later tonight. So the first thing we have is executive board and SGA branch reports. So we're gonna start with Sam, the president.
Hey everyone. First of all, happy Blue Jay Tuesday. I remembered to wear blue today. Very exciting. Second, I want to welcome all the freshmen who will be inaugurated very soon. We're all very happy that you're here and excited to see what you'll do throughout the year. So first, we did some more work on the website. The website will be sent out to the student body on Friday. Newsletter reporter, whoever ends up reporting on this, I want you to quote me on that. It will be sent out by Friday. If it's not sent out by Friday, you can just fully roast us for it. So that's going to be happening. The second thing is that we met with Exec met with Caroline. We had our first kind of formal meeting with her. We discussed the retreat and other things. I had a course review meeting with academic affairs and a couple administrators. They can elaborate. I went to the Baltimore College Town Summit with Brianna. We talked about various initiatives. I sent the notes to you all. Hit me up if you can't find them. I worked with Nathan to send his resolution on Baltimore kind of based freshman seminars out. We're awaiting a reply. I worked with our awesome new freshman class council reps to schedule a mandatory meet and greet. And this is a reminder, if you have not sent in the co-chair cooperation plans, you have until Wednesday at midnight, or according to our bylaws, you are automatically removed as co-chairs. So please, if you haven't done that yet, either waive the requirement or send in a plan. Thanks.
All right, I'm up next as vice president. So kind of just echoing everything Sam said, that's what we've done so far. But if you have not filled out the when to meet for the fall retreat, you need to do it by tonight. And I've personally messaged a lot of people. I didn't get through everyone, but there's still some people who need us like fill out the when to meet. So fill it out by tonight so I can send it to Carolyn and she can fill it out and we can choose a time for our retreat because we need to ask administrators to come to it. So the sooner we can get that done, the better. And it's going to be October 11th or October 12th. Okay, next is SGA treasurer, Addie.
Hi. So SAC had their first meeting this week, which is really exciting. Campus groups was down while we were meeting, so kind of changed our plan a little bit. So we had, we were a little behind because of all that, but now things are good. It was a good introductory meeting to kind of go over everything. And then finance, Karen will talk about more, but so far we've met to go over like the current funding requests. And so basically the process that we're going through is like, we're talking about them and looking at all of them and then sending the submitters any questions that we have about the funding requests that we've received, and just making sure that we're in contact. And if we decide to not approve anything or approve just a certain amount, we're leaving notes. So far so good. And again, thank you to everyone for your patience as we try to figure out this semester and the new website and everything.
Thanks, Addie. Okay, next we have Executive Secretary Brianna.
All right, everyone. So I went to the College Town Summit with Sam. If you want more information about that, it was actually a really, really good experience. We had representatives from Towson, Loyola, a lot from MICA, and some other University of Maryland, Baltimore County. We talked a lot about structuring SGA and how people have dealt with COVID and moving online, similar issues, issues with administration and grading. And thank you, I just made these earrings and a bunch of other ones this weekend. Sorry, got distracted. So that's what we did for College Town. I've also been working with Sam on updating the website, but I had to like low-key teach myself how to code to embed in all the attendance, which is kind of a pain. So it's taking longer than expected. And then in addition, CMC is having their weekly meetings starting soon-ish. I believe we start tomorrow on our weekly meetings. That's all from me.
Thanks, Brianna. Also, Angela just came, so you can mark her present. I forgot to add on. The PRDC had our first month or first yearly meeting, and we had them working on 2 projects submitted by senators. If you do want to submit more projects, that's totally fine, but they might not be able to get to it until next month because we're already working on some stuff right now. But if it's a small mini project, I can send it to them and see if anyone's free. Next, we're going to move on to class council reports. We're going to start with seniors, so Will.
Yep, so class council has just been working on reaching out to seniors to see what resources they'd like to see, including any reminders for things that seniors need to do, as well as getting out a survey. And again, still trying to be creative with funding for programming and just hoping for the best for funding. So that's it for us. Thanks.
Thanks, Will. Okay, we're going to move on to juniors. So Nathan.
Hey y'all, welcome freshies. We had a Minecraft Smash Room event on Monday that went, and we didn't have a great attendance. We have Among Us, an Among Us tournament happening on Friday that I'm really hopeful will get some good turnout the way registration's looking right now.
Thanks, Nathan. Next we have sophomores, so Anthony.
Hey guys, congrats to all the freshmen again. We've been kind of talking about some virtual programming as well. We had an Among Us tournament. I guess you guys kind of stole our idea, but that's okay. And then we'll also, for Halloween, we've been working on planning a scary movie night. So that's pretty much all the report from freshmen.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna move on to committee reports. Don't worry, freshmen, you're gonna have updates next week, but once you're officially inaugurated, then you can have a little update. Okay, so we're going to start with academic affairs, Senator Chanda and Senator Zhang.
Hey, we don't really have much this week. We've hit a lull, but I want to elaborate a little bit on what Sam said earlier about the course evaluations. So we met with the registrar, and actually they are not getting rid of course evals, just the qualitative data part of it. So they have numeric evaluations. This is a great thing, I think, for class council emails to include. So I just dropped it in the link. So basically it's just they kept everything, all the numerics from I think it's 1 to 5 for each category, or 0 to 5. And you can see everything. The only thing they took out was qualitative data. I think they had some problems in the wording for the surveys that we did, and they were oh, it sounded like we were just getting rid of evaluations altogether. We've gotten a couple emails about that already over the summer, so I would just make that clear to your class councils. And we're having a meeting tomorrow actually for academic affairs if freshmen want to join. Here's the link. I just dropped it in the chat. So yeah, come to us with some fresh ideas. I think the only thing that we're looking at right now is to write a little bit of legislation, maybe a resolution to pass about the course evaluations, because the Office of Registrar hasn't really presented this plan to our vice deans of education yet. They just have the numeric data from before. So this is something that they have to consider and pass later on. That's all I have.
Thanks, Cece. All right, next we have civic engagement. So Senator Wang and Senator Lee.
Give me a second. Hi, it's lovely to see all the freshmen here. And so we're just going to keep this short. We're continuing on with our voter registration campaign. We've been working pretty extensively with the CSE and Hopkins Votes. We have a meeting with Caroline tomorrow to talk about more of the Student Org Ambassador program. So we're hopefully going to send that out to student orgs in an email either Thursday this week or Monday next week, because we really want to stress next week as the week to really plan out like when are you sending in your absentee ballots and all of that good stuff, because I think that Hopkins in general is great, or at least is pretty good on the registration front. We really dip off on the actually mailing in and like sending in absentee ballot stuff, and so we're really trying to ramp that up next week. And on the VO campaigns front, Kata, do you want to give a short update?
Absolutely. So thanks for the introduction. So the video campaign, How to Vote on Planet Earth, will be launching very soon. So because of the timing of the election, Dear First Germany will be put on hold so that we can invest all of our marketing efforts into How to Vote on Planet Earth. As a reminder, How to Vote on Planet Earth is a video campaign, and we interviewed people representing the Soviet Union, Cuba, United States, Taiwan, and France. So sneak peek to everyone who because you guys are here, and everyone made a dish, and it's a video of them cooking while also talking about what their country system is like and why they think people should vote, or what's wrong with the current American system. We'll be partnering with HopVotes as well. So thanks to people on our committee that Grace mentioned, a lot of wonderful work has been done in terms of figuring out how to create resources where people can easily figure out how to register. We'll also potentially be partnering with the SNF Agora Institute, and they offered to help with marketing as well as hosting a potential screening of the video, again, to also help encourage people vote. And so that's all we have. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you guys. All right, next we have finance. So Senator He.
Hello, hope everyone's doing well. Addie pretty much covered most of what I was gonna say. We did do the second round of approvals today, and we actually got some budget requests approved, and we're also in the process of setting up a system for SAC and Finance to review applications before meetings so that our actual meetings can be used for approval. And that's pretty much all for me. Bye.
Awesome. Next we have health, safety, and sustainability. So Senator Chen and Senator Tai.
Hi guys. So this week we met with a group called MSCAC, who are basically working together to urge the national government or federal government to work towards addressing the climate crisis, starting with Maryland. And how it relates to us is that they're trying to garner support from Maryland schools. In addition, we've also updated our website, so go check it out because we also have all our meeting minutes up there. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next we have internal affairs, so President Cho.
Yep, so we were just brought up the concerns about the caucus bylaws, and so Sam really helped us a lot with putting some structures and some ideas behind that, and we approved that to referral to the GBM, so stay tuned for that to be voted on later today. Thanks.
Awesome. All right, next we have student org, so Senator Kalahassi and Senator Chen.
Hey, we'll keep this short. Big thing that we started working on yesterday was re-registration. So we started voting on a couple of orgs. And second thing is we had a pretty extensive conversation about like selective org practices that have come to our attention. So we're going to shoot Carolyn an email with some thoughts that the committee had yesterday and ways that we can kind of move forward in not being too harsh, but still kind of making sure freshmen have a community to join and aren't getting randomly cut.
And adding on, we're going to be continuing with the liaison program. So we'll be assigning freshmen to their student groups and then also assigning them to an upperclassman as their mentor. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, next we have student services, so President Singleton.
Hi, Grace and I met yesterday with Roger Beck, who's running point on like kind of the belongings issue and kind of all that storing that went down in the warehouse. And right now, yesterday we talked about the reimbursement process that they've been setting up. There's still some things that they have to work out, but it's looking like they're gonna be releasing that relatively soon to like address like the concerns that students had, and also like that's like an evolving process, so that'll continue. Like we'll continue to go to those meetings, but and then also student services, the meeting after this, we're going to be canceling that and we'll just go ahead and push it to Sunday so that people can watch the debate. That's about it.
All right, thanks, Anthony. Next, we're going to have caucus reports. So Black Caucus, Senator Oninanya.
Opie, can you hear us? There we go.
But basically, ASA and VSU just had their collab event this Monday to get members acquainted with each other. So I'm planning on organizing a more in-depth meeting to delegate roles and responsibilities between like Black student orgs. So once that's done and the caucus bylaws are established, then we'll try to organize a caucus meeting just to make sure there's no overlap or confusion between Black student organizations.
Awesome. All right, next we have the Hispanic/Latinx Caucus, Executive Secretary.
So I actually have decided to postpone the applications to join, well, not really application, just the interest form in the caucus due to everything that's going on with the caucus restructuring. In addition, I know that freshmen are still in the process of joining orgs. Plus, I know the freshmen just got elected and a few of them are interested in joining the Hispanic Latinx Caucus. So I know that Talia and Elena have both mentioned wanting to get involved. If you guys are still interested in that, I will message you on Slack after this. I'm expecting in about 2 weeks, once we figure out this caucus thing and I rewrite the caucus rules as needed, you guys will help me make the application form, but that's a tentative plan for right now. Again, it is being postponed until after we vote on the caucus thing.
All right, and then next we have Women and Genders Minorities Caucus, and that's Senator Zhang.
Hi everyone. So we just had our first GBM of the year this past weekend. If any freshman senators especially want to join the WGMC, just DM me on Zoom. I'll give you the Slack link. So at the meeting, we kind of just had a refresher about what the WGMC does, and then kind of gave a preview of the potential changes that might be happening today with the amendments that Will's going to present later. And then we also brainstormed some ideas for the semester. I think some of our members are interested in working with HSS and maybe some student orgs on a restorative and transformative justice program. So yeah, that's just in the works right now. So yeah.
That's cool. All right, next we have our advisor report. So Carolyn.
Hey everyone. I'm gonna leave my screen off because of internet, but excuse me, my big announcements are re-registration ends tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. If you know people who have not re-registered, who are part of student orgs, we're at about 130 groups who have not completed the re-registration. That's a lot. I saw your face, Mehek. It is a lot. And so we wanna make sure that the right people are getting connected. I sent an email out earlier today to literally every user in Hopkins groups. So if you get those campus groups emails in your inbox, you probably saw it. We're trying to capture as many folks as we can. The last major thing and sort of an expectation I have of all of you, because you are the premier student leaders on campus, I created a feedback form for the Hopkins Group system. I'd like to provide feedback to our administrators about how students are adjusting to or how they're experiencing the new Hopkins Group system. On the homepage, there's a blue box that says Hopkins Group's feedback. If you click on that, you can answer the feedback questions. I really urge you, if you do decide to complete it, to leave notes in the sections towards the end. All the other questions are like Likert scale or yes or no questions, which can be helpful, but your feedback about the platform is the most beneficial. This is information we end up sharing with the Board of Trustees. So if you want to make a statement about the resources that we're providing for student groups, this is the way to do it. Again, y'all are the top leaders on campus, so I really hope / expect that y'all completed. Those are my big things for tonight. If anything else comes up, I will let y'all know.
Thanks. Calvin, was there anything else you wanted to add?
Nope, I'm good. Thank you for everybody who attended the Susan Rice event that just happened. Yeah, it was a pretty good turnout, and yeah, no, I'm good. I don't have anything to add. And Nathan asked, could you do complaints or constructive criticism? You can do complaints, constructive criticism, praises. We take any feedback because I think it's helpful as we make adjustments to a new system.
No, is just praise okay? Because I love this website so much.
Yes, the praise definitely helps us. Please continue, write it down. Tell us.
Okay, that's what I'm checking.
Well, and here's the thing. The more people we get feedback from, the more we can make sure that the folks who make sure that that this is possible, which is the Parents Fund, when there are other things that we need or other things that you all need in terms of groups and individual students who utilize the system, we can purchase those things. So any feedback is good feedback.
Nathan, you just lifted my spirits.
You sure did.
Lifted my spirits.
Another quick thing, this is sort of a side note because I've noticed people in how you pronounce my name. My name is pronounced Carolyn, Lyn, not Caroline. Just throwing that out there. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Carolyn. All right, so then we're gonna start on to our new business. The first thing we have on the agenda is the caucus bylaws amendment, which is going to be followed by the freshman inauguration, then the freshman committee confirmation, and then the MSAC presentation and letter of support. All right, so Will, you have 5 minutes to present the caucus bylaws amendment, and then afterwards we can have like discussion or anything you want. So I'm going to pull it up on my screen.
Perfect, thanks, Mahek.
All right, you can go ahead.
So yeah, just real quick findings was just that there seems to be some ambiguities in the bylaws for caucuses. We just wanted to generalize caucus rules for all caucuses, no matter which ones they are. And that's just our findings and purposes. If we scroll down a little bit, just some key points is that in the first half, or if you could scroll up a little bit, is that if we formalize the definition for formation of a caucus, and it just has like rules, why you want to do it, interested individuals or partner groups, and they must be approved by 2/3 vote. After a lot of deliberation, as I wrote this bill, I decided that it would be best if the chair of the caucus must be a member of the Senate or executive board, just because if these caucuses are commissioned by us, then it should be run by us at the top position, especially because we should have final say. So it doesn't really make sense for a chair to be a non-SG member because that would pose some risks. And so vice chair can be basically anyone, or they could be a non-Senate member. So if someone has never been an SGA, then we could just confirm them as a non-voting member in a standing committee, and then they can become a vice chair. So that's a nice workaround that we've built in. These are just responsibility and duties, which are very standard. We can skip past those. I'm sure you guys have all read those. These seem pretty standard. Leadership election series. Is there a specific time frame for having a new caucus? Well, I'll just run through this. We can discuss this. And again, the comment with Nathan that has to do with chairs. And then Carolyn, we can address these in a Q&A afterwards. We can keep going. This just delineates speeches and optional discussions if there is an election for the leadership for these two leadership positions. We can scroll down some more. Powers and responsibilities, these are also pretty standard. Yeah, this is just showing that like this is not like superseding any of the committees. And internal rules are just showing that, oh, you need a rules bell that must stay within the structure of the aforementioned bylaws. And membership can be any individuals or whatever background in accordance with our constitution. And yeah, that was a quick summary, and we can move on to another motion. So that's it for me.
All right. So would anyone like to motion for like a Q&A, a moderated caucus, or move into voting procedure? You guys can do that now.
Motion for a 5-minute Q&A.
Could I get a
Seconded.
All right. Can everyone go to the participants tab and hit yes or no for a 5-minute Q&A? And sorry, freshmen, you have to wait until after we inaugurate you to vote.
Alrighty, it looks like just about, Cece, could you vote please? And Duncan? Otherwise, it looks like just about everyone has voted. Talal, please vote. The Cece and Talal are the last two we're waiting for, but otherwise majority wins.
All right. Okay, so now we are in a 5-minute moderated caucus with 30-second speaking time. So Julia, since you're the one who motioned for it, you're first on the speakers list.
Yeah, I think I saw like some general details on this in the amendments, but could you just clarify, like, because I know the WGMC is not following some parts of this these amendments right now. Can you clarify what will happen? Yeah, like what we will have to do to revise this.
I'm so sorry. My internet just cut out. Can you repeat your question?
Oh yeah, can you hear me or?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I just wanted to know like the specifics of like what caucuses that are not currently following these amendments will have to do to match them.
So right now they should be fine because these like aren't going to be retroactive. So just in the future, then they should be following these rules. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sam.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, sorry, me. I repeat or Will repeats?
Will repeats.
Oh, I just said that like since technically the caucuses that are already in place have already been commissioned, and this bill doesn't say anything about like retroactively changing anything, then the current existing caucuses can exist the way they are. It's just in the future, they should be abiding by these bylaws.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, there's some stuff that we can friendly amend to clarify. Like one friendly amendment that would be helpful, if Will deems it friendly, of course, is to specify specifically for the caucus chair part that our intention is that those requirements would take into effect at the end of this academic year. And the reason for that is because right now we have a chair of the WGMC that is not a senator, and our intention is not to kick her out of that position in the middle of the academic year. So that's one amendment that would be helpful to clarify that specifically. Everything else, I mean, it should be followed going into the future. In terms of the rules bill submission specifically, that could be, I mean, that's something that we can work out on exec's end within about a month or something.
All right, so it looks like your time is up, Julia. Does anyone else want to be added to the speakers list? You can go to the participants tab and like raise your hand to ask questions. Will, go ahead.
I just want to address Carolyn's comment for E3. So generally, the only reason why we word it this way is because like if there are a bunch of people, then they would be able to talk. I guess if there were only one person running, it would still be helpful for that person to explain why. So I can just put a sub bullet here that says, if only one person is running for a leadership position, they are still able to speak. Is that okay, Carolyn? Is there any other points you'd like to add for that?
No, so I think I'm not necessarily making comments on you changing things. It was asking questions. And I think the spirit of my question is about, should it be required that anyone running for the position, not if they're running unopposed, but like the vote for the person who becomes the chair is a vote for their chairship, and not just, oh, there's one person who's going to do it, so just make them the person. So they really should be advocating, or I'm wondering, should they be advocating for themselves and telling the Senate why they might be a good person to fill the position, even if they're running unopposed? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm gonna actually add the point that I've just highlighted in yellow. I say if only one person running for a leadership position, they are still able to speak to the Senate as to why they are qualified.
All right, next we have Sam. Sam, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, one other thing I was just going to clarify on that point is that for that specific section, because of the way the language is written, it says that each candidate may speak for up to 5 minutes. That means, I mean, it's optional. They don't have to if they don't want to.
Which I think gets to my point of, should you be appointing people to positions if they are not advocating for why they should be in those positions? What do you know to vote on if the people aren't sharing why they should be in those positions?
Would you like to speak on that?
Oh yeah, I'll just say real quick, I agree. And I think Nathan has some really great comments, suggestions. I'm good with the language that Nathan has proposed, where it's like, regardless of whether there's only one person or a bunch of people, you're still required to give up to 5 minutes for a speech. And I'd be happy to amend it to that as well.
All right.
So Nathan, if that's good, you don't have to speak, but if you want to say something, then go ahead.
Nope, that was all I was going to suggest. So
Awesome.
Put in a suggestion there so you can feel free to accept or decline as you wish.
All right, guys, so the moderator caucus has ended, so we can motion for an extension, or we can motion for a Q&A, or we can motion to move into voting procedure. But once again, I'm just going to raise a point of order. When we're having a moderator caucus, that is so people can kind of debate. It's not really used for like asking questions unless in your debate you have a question for the speaker, in which you would yield your time to whoever you want to speak. So like you would yield your time to Will. If we're having a Q&A, then you kind of ask questions to Will, since he's the person who wrote the bill. Also, we're not really allowed to like talk unless you like raise your hand or like privately message me to be on the speakers list, unless you have like a point of order or a point of information. A point of order is like if we are not following our bylaws and like rules correctly, or a point of information is if you have like more information on a topic and you can like bring that up and like inform us if we're like saying something incorrectly. So if like you raise your hand, then that would be like a better way to like kind of facilitate the debate. So if anyone else has anything they want to say now, like you can extend the moderator caucus or ask for a Q&A or move into voting procedure. So anyone can speak up now.
Motion to move into voting procedure.
Seconded.
All right. So if everyone can go into the participants tab and hit the yes or the no, then we can move on from there. Sam, are you still clapping, or is that like by mistake on your little participants thing? Okay.
Wait, I'm not sure if this is a point of information, but under like one of the things, I think it says WGMC, but I think it means like just like the caucuses. I don't know.
Will, could you look into that real quick?
I can't hear what she said.
She said underneath.
Oh, sorry.
She said underneath one of the things, this is WGMC, but I think you meant to write caucuses in general.
It's leadership.
Can she highlight it?
Yeah.
Or put a comment or something?
All right. JJ.
Otherwise, please vote.
Thank you. I got it.
All right. JJ and Talal, can you guys vote real quick?
Karen and Anya, please vote. Thank you. CC, please vote.
Oh, sorry. I thought I already voted. I must have.
Oh, no, you're good. Don't even worry about it. Freshmen, please don't vote. Plot twist. Alrighty, it looks like CC, please vote. Otherwise, it looks like everyone who is eligible to vote has voted. Yes, alrighty. It passes unanimously.
All right.
Congratulations.
All right, congrats, guys. All right, so first bill down.
Wait. I may have messed that up. Was that moving into voting procedure or was that voting?
That was moving into voting procedure, correct?
Yeah, I think I may have wrote that down incorrectly, so my bad.
All right, guys, now we're
caught it.
Procedure. Now you can vote on whether or not the bill passes or not. All right. Wait, Brianna, have you marked the records for if everyone voted?
Yep,
yes?
I had it.
All right, now the bill passes. So congrats. Good job, Will. All right. Next,
Neat.
we're gonna move on to is the freshman inauguration. All right, freshies, you can turn on your little cameras and everything. All right, so we're gonna swear you guys in one by one because we can't really like hear if everyone does it together. So I'm gonna pull up the inauguration script on my computer and we're gonna go one by one. So we're gonna start with Kobe. So Kobe, can you raise your hand, your right hand, I guess, and unmute yourself? And you're just gonna say, I, insert name here, affirm that I will support and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
I, Kobe Kong, affirm that I will support and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
All right, congratulations. You are now a member of the SGA officially. All right, next we're gonna do Benjamin. I'm just going by the list of names I see here. All right, so Benjamin, you're just gonna repeat that line.
I, Benjamin Scherzer, affirm that I will support and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
All right, congratulations, Benjamin. You're part of the SGA officially. Next, we're gonna do Elena. All right, Elena, you just, raise your little right hand and say the line.
I, Elena Regier, affirm that I will support and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
All right, congratulations. Next, we're gonna have Raj. You know the drill by now.
Yeah. I, Raj Bhatt, affirm that I will support and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
All right, congratulations. Next, we're gonna have Harvey.
I, Harvey McGinnis, can you not see that? Oh.
No, yeah, I see that.
Harvey McGinnis, affirm that I will support and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
Congratulations. All right, next we're gonna do
I love democracy.
We love that for you.
Okay. I, Ireland Parrish, affirm that I will support and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
Congratulations. All right, and then last we have Jenny.
I, Jenny Chen, affirm that I will support and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
Awesome, thank you guys. So now we're going to officially confirm you guys. So would someone like to motion to move into voting procedure on confirming the freshmen? Anyone?
Into voting procedure.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. So can everyone go hit the yes on the participants tab or the no to move into voting procedure first?
Freshmen, you can't vote on yourselves. I'm sorry. All right, the vote to move into voting procedure, I still need a vote from Cece. I still need a vote from, oh, nobody else. Cece, are you okay? It's been funky the last few times, so I don't know if there's internet issues, but I have made a note of that. Otherwise, disregarding Cece, we are in voting procedure.
All right. All in favor of confirming the above mentioned SGA freshman nominees to the Senate, please go and hit the yes thing on the participant tab. All right, I think we need, how many more does it need? Brianna, did we get everyone?
Again, everybody but Cece, I believe. Checking one more time. Sorry, my thing doesn't want to scroll. Yes, everyone but Cece.
All right. Congratulations, freshmen. You're officially SGA members now. Congrats, yay. All right. Yeah, you guys can turn on your cameras if you want, so they can be like, or not. I don't know.
Congratulations.
All right.
Welcome to SGA, gang.
So to properly welcome you guys to SGA, we're gonna move on to the next point of business where we're gonna confirm you guys to your committees, and then we'll add you guys on all the Slacks. So I'm gonna pull up the little committee thing and share it with you guys. So let me present, there we go. So freshman committees, or is it loading? Yeah, freshman committee confirmations. So here's the moment of surprise. For civic engagement, Harvey, Ireland, and Kobe are going to be on that. Academic affairs, Raj. For internal affairs, we're going to have Kobe and Ireland. For health, safety, and sustainability, we're going to have Raj and Ben. For student services, we're going to have Jenny and Elena. And then for student orgs, we're going to have Jenny, Elena, and Kobe. And for finance, we're going to have Ben and Harvey. So yeah, there you guys go. So would anyone like to motion to move into voting procedure, a moderated caucus, or a Q&A? Now the freshmen can motion for things if y'all want.
Also, freshmen, please turn off your cameras due to internet issues. Thank you.
I make the first motion. Seconded.
Okay. All in favor of moving into voting procedure, please go to the participants tab and hit the yes or the no or the go away, whatever you guys want.
Point of information, do the freshmen need to abstain due to, conflict of interest for this, since they're voting on themselves being on the committees?
No, I don't think so, because we didn't do that for when we got, when the senators themselves were put on.
Yeah, that's valid. Okay, cool. Thanks for clarifying.
All right, so do we have a majority to move into voting procedure?
Jenny, please vote. Harvey, please vote. By the way, when you vote, you go into the participants tab and click the green check mark. Talal, please vote. Otherwise, I think we're good. CC still, but all right, unanimous.
Unanimous. All right. So now we're gonna vote to confirm them onto their committees. So if you are in favor of confirming all the freshmen to the respective committees I put up, go and hit the yes on the participants tab.
Alrighty, there was not very much change there. Ben, please vote. CC, if you are alive, please vote. We are good. Otherwise, passes unanimously, have been confirmed.
Awesome. All right. So this passes unanimously. So congratulations, freshmen. All right. So the next thing we have on our agenda is actually prospective business. So if anyone has any advancing legislation that they would like to bring up right now, you can just raise your hand in the participants tab and you can go ahead and speak.
Mehek, point of information. What happened to letters D and E on the agenda?
So
you can private message me. I just need to change it for the notes.
Oh, the authors just want to take it off because the people who are presenting can't come until later. But since we don't have filler in between them, we can't just
for both D and E.
No, for one of them, the author wanted to take it off, and then for the other one, the presenters. So we're just going to get to the next week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I guess I can bring up what was on the agenda. We're going to have a presentation from Grace about voter ambassador program that Civic Engagement I think is helping out with. And then from HSS, I think we're going to have a letter of support or a statement of support from the MSAC that JJ and Megan I know are working with. So they'll be coming to our next meeting to help explain their stuff. So if anyone else has anything, you can raise your hand. Or if you have an announcement, you can also raise your hand for that. All right.
I have an announcement. Sorry. All right. I actually have two announcements, not just one, so get excited. The first is that Alana Shanahan, the Vice Provost for Student Affairs, reached out to me because she was interested in kind of like getting more perspectives on basically how people are feeling about how the semester is going, whether they feel that the university's done a good job at doing a couple things, specifically kind of like around one, sort of just like the general student experience, and two, around like creating like informal spaces where people can kind of just like run into each other and meet each other like almost like by accident, which obviously isn't really possible in a normal way in a virtual semester, but the goal is still to recreate it to a certain extent. So she's interested in learning more. So she originally reached out to me, but I mean, I'm not the target audience, so I figured I wanted to open it up. If any freshmen specifically, but also people of all years would be interested in that, let me know. I actually have 4 announcements as I'm talking. The second announcement is that I'm going to be, so after my midterm on Saturday, I'm going to start really kind of getting into Board of Trustees stuff. I mean, there's a couple possibilities that are on the table. And if anybody's interested in learning more about what those possibilities are, learning more about the process, or possibly being involved, get in touch with me. I actually don't remember. I had another announcement. Oh, the third announcement. So we're still thinking about ways to publicize the Student Advisory Committee compact that we created for all students. So if you're interested in that, you can look in the COVID-19 channel on Slack to see more information about what we've been doing, or just private message me if you're interested. And my fourth announcement is another congratulations to the freshmen for officially being inaugurated.
Mehak, I also raised my hand. I don't know if you saw my message.
All right, you can go ahead, Brianna.
I didn't know Sam was going to be doing his last announcement because that was my announcement, but I was going to say congratulations from exec board, and I'm like also like my year. I know running was weird this year because you're online, but you guys did really good, and I am excited to be working for you. We're going to do good things. We're all going to work together. Have a good time. All right, that's all.
Anyone else? Oh, JJ, go ahead. JJ, you can go ahead. I saw your little raised hand thing.
Okay, hi. Sorry, the internet is breaking a little bit. Hi, this is JJ, and I have an announcement. There's a COVID surveillance study by Hopkins, and the deadline to apply is Wednesday, which is today here, but tomorrow, like Eastern time. I just dropped the link in the chat box if you are interested. So they will like test you regularly, kind of to monitor the situation. It'll be fun if you are living on campus or near campus, and it will be a nice way to just kind of know what COVID situation is like around you. So I will highly recommend doing that. And also Blue Jay Tuesday. I'm wearing blue. I don't know if you can see, the lighting is awful.
Same here. I have a little poster for that. All right. I think that's
Is it Ireland's birthday?
Oh my God, is it your birthday?
I think her birthday's Thursday. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, her hair is blue, but also happy early birthday to Ireland. That's my last announcement.
Oh my God, and Talal, happy birthday.
Oh my goodness. Goodness sakes. Hold up, wait, Ireland, how old are you? Okay, that was Anon turning 19. Wait, I just turned 8.
Maybe next year.
Yikes. Damn, Brianna.
I didn't realize how many of the freshmen were older than me.
Brianna, it's what you get for being young and going to college early. Yes, we can talk more about this after we stop live streaming. So we're gonna move on to public input period. If anyone from the public has anything to say now, you can raise your hand and jump in. I'll give you guys like 30 seconds.
I don't think anyone from the public is here.
Oh, okay. Also, Brianna, Chinet just came to the meeting, so you can mark him as half present.
I can't make that a half.
Okay, sorry, China. All right, guys. So with that comes to the conclusion of our meeting. Would someone like to motion for an ending of the meeting? Like
Motion to end the meeting.
All right, everyone go to the participants tab and hit a little yes.
Vote fast.
Real fast. Let me